So I've got a problem. I want to start working on trains in Create. And to do that, I feel like I start a lot of videos off not doing a proper intro, other than complaining that something's wrong. So what's going on, guys? Toilet here, back with another Mega Modded Minecraft episode. This is episode 7. Of course, thank you all for the support on the other videos. I really appreciate it. Now, to begin, I have a problem. I want to start working on trains. And to get trains, you need train casings. And to get train casings, you deploy a sturdy sheet onto a brass casing to make a train casing. Brass casings, easy enough. You just get brass from over there, put it onto a stripped wood farm, and then boom, we got that. Next problem is sturdy sheets require lava, right? And there's multiple ways to get lava. You could come over to your favorite lava spot and grab some lava here, pretend there's a spout here, and dispense it into your spout. Now, that's great and all, and I'm sure there's a bunch of lava pools near my house, great, but that's a lot of back and forth. Option number 2 is you can craft lava. Weird, right? But yes, we can. We can mix cobblestone in a superheated basin, right? But for a superheated basin, you need a blaze burner and a blaze cake. Now, to make a blaze cake, you also need lava. So that method is out the window. Method number 3 is in the nether. Create will count most of this bottom layer of lava as an infinite lava source, which means we can, which means we can just pull lava from here and into our base back home. Now, the problem is we'd have to keep feeding lava from here into our world. Unless there is a simple solution, we just make an infinite lava source ourselves. And how do we do that, you may ask? Well, it is quite simple. As you can see, I have this mapped out to find the center of my giant hole, because if you make a 22 by 22 cube, fill it with lava, Create will count that as an infinite lava source. Now, to bring this all back around, how do you think I'm going to get all that lava into the 22 by 22 cube? That's correct, trains. So I'm gonna have to make at least 2 train casings to make train bogies and train stations and all that. To then run a train into the nether, grab some lava, and then run it right back. There's monsters beneath here. So first things first is to make a 22 by 22 cube. And there we go, a nice 22 by 22 cube in the floor. Now what I did was I made this little runway area. It's about, I think, 5 wide. And this is where the train will pass through and come and to disperse the lava. So after I built my crusher, I made some dope looking tracks, built another portal for the train, and put the track through it. I then built a nice little platform, brought my track around and out to the edge, and set up the first hose pulley. God. I set up the nether train station, built the most beautiful train, set up the fluid interfaces, connected the pipes, and then set the overworld station with an appropriate name, in my opinion. Hello. Are we cool? You doing all right? You doing okay? All right, I'm just gonna eat this apple and back away slowly from you. Okay. Oh, then I set up a windmill, glued my train, hooked up the other pulley and pump, grabbed a lovely volunteer to take the schedule. Go, 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 go. And finally, after setting up a chunk loader in the nether, it is time to wait until my lava cube is filled. All right, that took a little longer than expected. That only took a few hours to get that all the way filled up. And my mouth was off, so it didn't fill up all the way. But that's fine. We now have a bottomless supply of lava, which is absolutely amazing. And we can make this area look a lot better in the future. But for now, disassemble this whole train. We don't need this anymore. And then I'll go in there in the future and clear that out. But for now, we have this bottomless supply. Oh no, I'm full of stuff. So if we wanted to set this up right now, I'm gonna need a lot more pipes. That is for sure. Let me go clear out my inventory. I have a lot of stuff in my inventory. Okay, I just need to make a hole for this. So we have that coming down here. Yep, okay. We're gonna crank this down. Oh, other way. We're gonna go ahead and run this. I think the length is 15 blocks it can go without needing another pump. But just in case, I'm gonna be better safe than sorry. All right, and then we just have to make sure all of these get connected. There we go, that's all connected. And then that should go to here. And then when I do that, we should be pumping lava. Hopefully at a bottom, hopefully this shouldn't go away at all. Because that went away almost immediately. Because that should be a bottomless supply. All right, I fixed it. I think I just needed to activate something with using the lava. Because I went and made a couple sturdy sheets and then this changed the bottomless supply. And I also added a little more lava. But again, we will 100% make this look a lot better. So now what I can do is make this area over here kind of my train making area. My train making? Is that the right word for it? Train making? Yes. Because we're going to need train casings for trains and bogies, obviously. We're going to need train stations, obviously, which take train casings. Tracks are a little different. I'm going to make a separate setup just to make tracks. But for now, I think we can get started on building kind of the train area. And we're going to do it kind of like this one, to where the obsidian will be made and then fed into the crushers to then pop out the powdered obsidian onto here, and it'll go boom, and then it'll move through, get stomped twice, and then it'll be a sturdy sheet. So future toilet here. I went ahead and kind of sped through this part a little bit because it's basically just me explaining the farm that I'm about to build, but I also explain the farm after I build it. So instead of sitting through 2 explanations, I went ahead and just sped through this part, and instead you can, I guess, look at some pictures of my dog. My dog is super cute, so here she is. Her name is Peaches.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
She's a very good dog, and I love her very much. But that's enough Peaches for now. I'll let past me get back to building and explaining the farm and everything, and I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Makes sense? Cool. There's the same thing with me. I have no idea. But we will do it. We are doers. We are dreamers, said Walt Disney. And I love Disney. So if I can dream it, I can do it. All right, so this is the whole layout of the factory, making me train casings and brass casings at the same time. And I'm kind of proud of how this turned out. You know, I probably could have done it way more compact, but I like the whole being able to see everything and see all the working. So how this works is over here, we have obsidian growing with the lily pads being put up into here, and out here, as you can see, the mechanical arm puts 8 of the essence in, kind of like over there, you know the setup, and then puts them in this item vault. This item vault then spits out when it gets up to 16, of course it's way over 16 most of the time, grinds it up into powdered obsidian. Now, sometimes when you grind up obsidian, it'll just give you obsidian. That gets fed back into here and back into the item vault to then get spat out again. The powdered obsidian gets put through the process of making sturdy sheets, which is lava and then 2 presses. And then the sturdy sheet will then get moved by the mechanical arm onto this deployer. Over on this side, we have wood seeds growing, and then the mechanical arm is putting them in the pattern, dropping them in the item vault, and then the wood is getting spit out, cut up into strip logs, and then deployed a brass onto that to make the brass casing. Watch, here we go. Boom. Boom. And then the brass casing is getting split up into just regular brass casings, and then getting deployed the sturdy sheet to make the train casings. Now the brass is coming from my brass farm over here. If we look, we now have a brass funnel that once there's brass in here, drops down below. We can see that this funnel is getting put onto this belt and then put into another splitter right here, or a brass tunnel, which is splitting it into regular brass ingots, which I can use, and then getting spit out here and moved all the way up to the other farm. And with all that, we still have more than half of our stress unit capacity remaining, which is fantastic, honestly. That is that farm. It's absolutely amazing. Doesn't make too many all at once, and I know, like, I'm probably not going to be using all these train casings, probably not going to be using all these brass casings, but it is really good to have them. And I think it looks fantastic. I do like the, oh, I thought about this. A lot of people make their factories like buildings and stuff like that. I like having them out in the open just so I can see everything going on. And I really like the way it looks. So we have train casings and brass casings to make trains, right? What else are we missing? Tracks. Well, we're not missing tracks. I have tracks, but we're missing the tracks, like extra tracks. We need a lot of tracks because this is a big world and there's going to be needing trains all over the place. So if we look up train tracks, there are a lot of train tracks that we can use. And I don't want just one set of train tracks, right? I might want some crimson train tracks, you know, which is a crimson slab with 2 gold. Or I might want a spruce train track, which is spruce with 2 iron nuggets or 2 zinc nuggets. What I think I want to do over here is to make not really a modular train factory, but one where I can put in the items I need and it'll go through the process for me, because it's really not that bad of a process. Like, this is super simple. I'm just gonna need different chests and stuff to be like, okay, well, I'm now putting mangrove slabs in, and then I need to put the iron nuggets in, and then it'll spit me out a couple of tracks. You're picking up what I'm putting down. And I think if because I'm gonna need more mechanical arms, if I make that little modular train track, I can make train tracks at a zooming speed. So this one will be smaller, but it will hopefully work, hopefully. So after a good night's sleeps, we can begin work in the morning. This should be, if I am not mistaken, working. I haven't tested it yet, but we're going to test this right now. We're going to make, so let's do oak. Oak. Ew, those do not look good. But just for testing purposes, we need iron nuggets, which I have, just to test this out. Okay, we put iron nugget there. Yep, okay, that works. Iron nugget in here. Yep, okay, that works. And then we make our slabs. We put one in there. Oh, I need to power the belt. Dadoy. Oh, did that work? That worked. Look at that. And just like that, we have our very own oak train track, which actually doesn't look that bad. You know, I can see it. I can see it being built. So this is just kind of a smaller version. I mainly did this because of the fact that there's so many train tracks in the game that I can just make them in bulk with this, rather than having to, because I would have to make a wood farm for each of these individual wood types, which if we look at warped, I can't really autocraft that. I could, but then again, there's so many that it's just easier to do it this way. That way I can just be like, I want an andesite regular old train track. I can just put the iron in there and put the thing and then wait a little bit, and then I have a bunch of train tracks. I think that would be a lot easier for the future. All right, I think that'll do it for this episode. I know it was just building some farms, which I've done in the past. It was last episode 2, but this will get me one step ahead to creating the world of my dreams throughout my world. Next episode, what I want to do is I want to work on one of my mega projects that I have planned for my new house, because my house is pretty small. I mean, I have everything I need right here, and I have like this stuff down here, which is cramped. I have this out back, which is kind of ugly, and my balcony, which is having the seeds, which I don't really need that much anymore. But I have this amazing build planned that requires a lot, and I mean a lot of materials. The main one being white terracotta, which can be crafted, but this needs smelted clay, bulk blasting, you know, and I need a lot of it, because then the terracotta, I can make clay through clay balls, which can be made through dirt and water essence, which is great and all. I'll need a whole process to make white terracotta, because I'm going to need bunches and bunches of it, because if we're in my creative world, my giant build is behind me, and I just got the selection with world edit. If I do copy, that is almost 3 million blocks that I need for this build. And the two main ones are white terracotta and then also stone bricks. So next episode, we will be working on that. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support, and I try to read every comment that you guys have. So if you guys have an idea for a build or a farm, please let me know, and maybe I will integrate it into my world. But for now, you guys have a fantastic day or night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.